Archangel Michael says, be warned, because what you assumed was just a friendly glance has a secret agenda buried deep behind it. This is not the first time she has smiled at you with that same tilt of her head, that same soft look, but tonight, something has shifted. She knows something you don't, and it's not just a memory, it's a weapon in disguise. The moment she captured that recording, everything changed in her eyes. While she looked calm and composed, her silence was burning with anticipation. The file in her phone, saved and unnamed, holds words you once said when your guard was down. You thought the conversation was private, innocent, wrapped in trust. But she wasn't just listening, she was collecting. Every sentence, every laugh, every sigh, it was all documented without your knowledge. She has listened to it more times than you'd think. Rewinding the moment when your voice cracked. Slowing down the second you confessed something vulnerable. Her intentions are not sweet. They're strategic. Type Amen to get blessing 333. She didn't stumble upon that file by accident. She planned the recording days before the conversation even happened. She practiced how to hold her phone, where to place it, and how to act like nothing was happening. That smile you remember was a mask, one worn by someone who no longer saw you as a person but as a target. You had no idea you were being studied. Her eyes weren't admiring you, they were analyzing you. She left clues, but you were too trusting. She asked strange questions and circled back to the same topic more than once. Her tone was sugary, but it hit a blade underneath. The moment you walked away from that room, she replayed your words immediately. Not out of fondness, but out of control. She had a plan, and your voice was now a part of it. Type Amen to get blessing 454. Archangel Michael says, she has shown the file to someone already. They listened carefully, nodding with expressions that will soon return to haunt your reputation. There is someone else now, someone who shouldn't know what they now know. This is no longer a simple matter of privacy. You are involved in something bigger. Your name is being discussed behind closed doors, and your own voice is the witness they needed. She has you where she wants you, at least, that's what she thinks. But light is being cast upon the shadows she moves in. The truth is pulling itself out of the corner, and you're beginning to feel it. She's not afraid to smile at you, even now. Because she believes the damage is already done. What she doesn't know is how quickly heaven is moving to expose the layers of her scheme. Type Amen to get blessing 828. The voice recording wasn't just a capture of a moment, it was bait. She's waiting for you to slip, to react, to confront her. She hopes you panic. She watches your reactions every time she drops small clues. She enjoys the confusion, the suspicion, the hesitation in your step. She feeds off it. Her phone is backed up in multiple places. The file has been renamed, resaved, and even sent to her cloud storage. She wants to ensure that the recording never vanishes. She has whispered about you to people who wear masks themselves. People with their own agendas, their own histories of manipulation. You're now part of a network of deceit that is growing roots without your permission. Type Amen to get blessing 999. She studies your body language now like it's a puzzle to be solved. When you speak, she listens for guilt or fear. When you laugh, she scans it for cracks. You once considered her harmless. maybe even kind. But the truth is, she's waiting to use your own words to trap you in a narrative she's rewriting from memory. Archangel Michael says, divine protection is falling over you like a cloak. Because this exposure was not just about betrayal, it was about timing. And now, the heavens are aligning to turn her weapon into dust. She thinks she holds power, but she underestimates the force rising around you. The light of awareness is burning too bright for her lies to hide much longer. Her game is nearing its end. Type Amen to get blessing 144. The location where she recorded you is still fresh in your memory. It seemed like such a normal day. You never imagined she had her device running quietly the whole time. That place is no longer neutral, it's cursed with secrets. The air there still holds the echo of your voice, used now like evidence in a silent trial. She has told one person, only one, what she truly plans to do. That person is hesitant but curious. They have yet to act, but they hold the power to press play at the wrong moment. You are being judged in silence. And the judge wears a familiar smile. What once brought you peace now brings unease. Type Amen to get blessing 333. She hasn't deleted the original file. It's labeled under a code name that only she understands. If you were to see it, you wouldn't even know what it was at first glance. She's careful, but not careful enough. Because even hidden files carry energy, and the energy around her phone has changed. It's heavier, darker, and she feels it every time she looks at that file. Archangel Michael says, there is one more piece of evidence she doesn't realize she created. A shadow, a timestamp, a background sound, something that points to the truth in your favor. That small overlooked detail is going to flip this whole situation. What she tried to use against you will be her undoing. Her trap was set too perfectly, and that's how it will break. Type Amen to get blessing 202. You may start hearing whispers of your own words from unexpected people. It will feel like déjà vu at first. But soon, you'll realize they're echoing that recording. She is bold, but boldness is not the same as wisdom. Her arrogance is leading her into a hole she can't climb out of. She thinks she's playing chess, but her next move will betray her. Your peace is being stirred, but not destroyed. This is a divine warning, not a collapse. What she tried to steal, your integrity, cannot be erased so easily. Your silence has confused her. She wonders why you haven't reacted. She wonders why you haven't crumbled. And that confusion will grow into fear. Type Amen to get blessing 555. You're being led away from the place of entrapment. You will begin to notice shifts, random cancellations, sudden confessions, new alliances forming. That's not coincidence, it's intervention. The people she shared it with are beginning to question her. The way she speaks, the smirk that doesn't match her story, the inconsistency in her tone, it's all unraveling. There's one specific part of the audio that she regrets recording. Something she said slipped through as well. She thought she edited it out, but it's still there. That part is going to speak louder than anything you said. That part is going to reveal her intent. That's the divine reversal in motion. Type Amen to get blessing 717. The illusion she built around you is cracking. Her version of the story is failing to hold weight in front of people who once trusted her. Because even the best lies grow tired. Her power was in secrecy. Now that the veil is thinning, her confidence is starting to shake. She can't pretend much longer. Archangel Michael says, "Keep moving in silence while heaven works in thunder." Do not give her the reaction she wants. Your stillness is your sword now. There is someone coming forward who heard the full recording without her permission. And they've chosen to tell the truth. That's the crack she didn't see forming. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Her smile, once seen as charming, will be reinterpreted as cunning. The same people who admired her will soon whisper caution. Her world is getting smaller with every step she takes. The spiritual atmosphere around you is vibrating with cleansing energy. It's beginning to scrub away every false narrative. You may feel tired, but this is not weakness, it's spiritual realignment. She doesn't sleep well anymore. The recording doesn't comfort her like it used to. Now it plays like a ticking clock, counting down to her exposure. The time is nearing when the truth won't need to be shouted, it will simply rise, undeniable, in front of everyone. You won't have to defend yourself. The truth will do it for you. Type Amen to get blessing 393. She saved your voice thinking it would give her control. But your voice, touched by divine timing, has now turned into a mirror showing her true reflection. And what she sees now terrifies her. She's backing away slowly, but trying to act strong. Her followers are getting fewer. Her energy is dimming. Archangel Michael says, the file she holds will soon be irrelevant. It won't hold power anymore. It will be seen for what it truly is, desperation disguised as control. Your redemption will be quiet but powerful. Those who doubted you will come back with softened voices. The ones who sided against you will begin to reverse course. Type Amen to get blessing 818. She is losing her grip, and she knows it. What was once her secret weapon is now her curse. She can no longer smile the same way. Because the smile she wears now trembles. And her reflection doesn't look like the innocent face she tried to wear. Justice is catching up. Your peace is returning. One truth at a time. And soon, you will walk past her, not in fear, but in complete divine authority. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The moment she realizes you are not shaken, she will panic more than ever before. Her plan was to emotionally weaken you, not empower you. But what she fails to understand is that your spirit has already been sealed with divine protection. Every digital footprint she left, every message, call log, and backup, has now begun to trace back toward her. She tried to erase some parts, but it's already too late. The backup copy that she thought was hidden was accessed by someone else. This person has remained silent, but they've seen enough. They now hold the other half of the story. And they are not on her side anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 464. She is watching from a distance, hoping to see you trip. But the longer you walk tall, the more nervous she becomes. Her silence has turned into frantic messaging behind the scenes. She's creating new lies to cover the old ones. trying to rewrite what happened by shifting the focus to someone else. But the foundation is collapsing beneath her carefully placed words. Her smile now hides sweat. Her calmness now hides chaos. And though she still greets you with a nod, her insides are spiraling. She never expected you to remain composed. She never anticipated you'd grow stronger after being targeted. That was her biggest miscalculation. Type Amen to get blessing 292. Archangel Michael says, keep your heart guarded and your movements wise. There's still a small attempt coming, a final push to provoke you. But don't take the bait. Let the silence remain your answer. Let your composure speak louder than anything her recording could ever claim. The universe is already orchestrating a great reversal. There is someone who used to believe her fully, but they've begun to ask questions. And each question is opening a door she never wanted to reveal. That door is filled with more than just secrets, it holds her real motives. Behind that file lies a history of manipulation. You are not the first person she tried to frame. But you will be the last one to remain silent about it. Type Amen to get blessing 777. She's been collecting stories, conversations, even moments that didn't belong to her. Turning real life into twisted recordings. But not everything can be edited to her liking. The unfiltered truth has started to bleed through. And the very people who once looked up to her are starting to look away. They sense something is off. It's no longer a question of if the recording will backfire, but when. Every time she opens it now, she feels the sting of exposure creeping closer. Her hands may still hold the file, but it is slipping spiritually. The protection she thought she had is crumbling. And your name is being cleansed in every realm. Type Amen to get blessing 121. She walks around with the illusion of power. But her strength came from deception. Now that truth is illuminating her steps, she walks more carefully, more unsure. You are entering a season of divine reversal. The pain of betrayal is turning into strength. The sting of being recorded without consent is turning into evidence of your resilience. She thought capturing your voice would mute your future. Instead, it has amplified your presence. Those who once only heard the recording will now witness your rise in person. Archangel Michael says, no shadow can suppress light forever. And her plan, crafted so cunningly, is about to serve as your elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 999. There is another device where she saved the file. It wasn't just her phone, it was her laptop too. She encrypted it, thinking that no one would ever figure out the password. But someone close to her has already accessed it. Someone who started off helping her but grew suspicious after watching her pattern repeat. That person now holds a truth that will shift the entire situation. This secret is getting too big to contain. It's spilling over into places she can't control. The silence she's kept is about to scream in public. And when it does, it won't be your voice that gets judged, it will be hers. Type Amen to get blessing 565. She thought this would be over by now. That you would be shattered or begging. But you stood still, and your silence became your sword. You are not the victim she imagined. You're the warrior she never expected. And your calm has become her unraveling. The file may still exist in physical form. But spiritually, it's already been dismantled. Its power has been revoked. And those who once used it against you will come forward in regret, admitting they listened to the wrong storyteller. Type Amen to get blessing 212. She will try one more time to rewrite the story. Maybe through a message, a third party, or even a fabricated explanation. But this is her last attempt. The divine hand is already at work. The evidence she tried to hide will be revealed at the perfect moment. And her attempt to silence you will turn into a megaphone for your innocence. You are being covered by grace that she cannot penetrate. Your next steps are surrounded by favor she cannot access. Her plan, once so calculated, is slipping into divine disrepair. Archangel Michael says, watch carefully. Because the file that was meant to break you will be played in reverse, revealing not your weakness, but her intentions. Type Amen to get blessing 818. There's a meeting coming. A circle of people will discuss this matter. Your name will come up, but not in accusation, in awakening. They will realize they were lied to. They will hear the tone in your voice and recognize honesty. And they will hear hers and recognize the manipulation. She will be asked to explain herself, but her words will crumble. Her calmness will disappear. And the recording will haunt her more than it ever haunted you. Because once truth enters the room, lies can no longer breathe. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Her control over the story is ending. She thought she could play both sides, smile and sting, love and lie. But now, only one side remains, the truth. You have endured more than she ever expected. And instead of falling apart, you've grown roots. You're stronger, clearer, and more divinely aligned. There is an event ahead, an exposure that will take place without you having to say a single word. Her plan is being dismantled in divine silence. And your voice, once used as evidence, will become a testimony. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 144. The testimony your voice will carry now is not one of weakness but of overcoming betrayal without retaliation. It's the sound of survival through storms, of grace under pressure, of knowing you were spied on, but never broken. She never thought you'd walk through fire and come out shining brighter. She is no longer in control of the narrative. The same people who once laughed with her are beginning to ask why she had to record you in the first place. Why the secrecy, why the smiles, why the hidden files? The energy around her is shifting rapidly. People sense something unclean in her words now. She smiles, but her eyes twitch nervously, betraying the chaos within. Behind closed doors, she's scrambling. Editing stories. Messaging old contacts to patch up holes in her tale. But every time she tries to fix it, she creates more cracks. Type Amen to get blessing 272. You've remained silent not because you were weak, but because you were wise. She doesn't understand the power of divine patience. But now she will. A message is coming to you, not from her, but about her. Someone is ready to tell you everything. They've had enough of her manipulation too. They heard the recording. They heard something strange, something she didn't want anyone else to notice. A sentence she whispered, thinking the mic wouldn't catch it. But it did. And it changes everything. That whisper reveals intention, not innocence. And it's going to set the stage for her complete unraveling. Type Amen to get blessing 171. Archangel Michael says, her secrets will turn on her. That file will not stay hidden. Even if she tries to delete it, a copy will resurface at the appointed hour. Screenshots, transcripts, digital footprints. She left more than she thinks. Her trail is not clean, no matter how many times she rewrote her story. The room where it happened, the one she used as a trap, is now carrying heavy energy. She avoids that place now, because the spirits of truth are still echoing there. And those echoes are forming into evidence. Type Amen to get blessing 515. Someone close to her, maybe a friend, maybe a partner, is tired of the lies. They feel guilty for being part of her plan. They never thought it would go this far. They're ready to step out. To talk. To show you the parts you never saw. To prove you were never crazy for feeling watched. They've copied the recording too. She doesn't know it yet. But the moment she tries to attack again, the other version will speak louder. This person used to believe her. But now, they fear what she's becoming. And they no longer want to protect her secrets. Type Amen to get blessing 484. She planned for everything, except exposure. She never thought her smile would be seen as suspicious. Never imagined people would question the sweetness in her voice. But one by one, her charm is fading. And her manipulation is turning cold. Even her closest connections feel the tension now. They ask themselves, why record someone who trusted you? And though no one says it out loud yet, they all feel the unease. She is becoming isolated, by her own schemes. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The voice recording was meant to haunt you. But now, it's haunting her. She plays it alone, in panic, trying to find ways to control the damage. She's considering deleting it. But something inside her tells her not to. That's not intuition, that's pride. Pride is keeping her chained to her downfall. And every day she waits, the file loses more power. Your name is healing. Your energy is rising. Her threat is dissolving. Archangel Michael says, she cannot harm what has been divinely sealed. Type Amen to get blessing 636. She thought recording you gave her an upper hand. But what she didn't account for was the way people would respond once they sensed deception in her motives.